Welcome back for Smokes with Your Boy, number 3. There's a lot of negative shit I could probably rant on about tonight, but I'm not gonna do that today. Tonight, I'm gonna leave tonight on a somber, good topic, kind of. Today was my hero's birthday. Not Elvis, not my older brother, but David Bowie. He was, I got into David Bowie a little bit later in life, but he is incredibly talented. He was incredibly talented. You know, he wasn't afraid to push boundaries. He wasn't afraid to dress how he wanted to dress. He reinvented himself successfully every time. Whether it was Halloween Jack, Ziggy Stardust, or the Thin White Duke. He wasn't afraid to take the boundaries of music and push that envelope. You know, and he influenced countless artists, from punk rock to Prince, you know. The work he did with Queen, Annie Lennox, probably the most influential British artist since the Beatles and the Stones, you know. But even past his music, you know, he was openly bisexual in a time where if you weren't normal, the world was hell, you know. Bowie is a hero, you know, and he was a great man, and, you know, sucks that he's gone, but he's the star man. You know, most charismatic, enigmatic, fearless artists ever, you know. Talked about the youth and his younger days. Did excellent work with Mark Bolan, 9 Inch Nails. That was more of a live performance, but work is work, yeah. I you know, of course I didn't know him personally, but I'll never forget the day he passed. It was hard, you know. That year was a rough year for rock fans. You know, people passing left and right. You know, and that's life. You know, people get older, they pass away. You know, not even listening to Black Star because it's just too damn sad. You know, I think he knew he was dying. You know, you can go back and listen to Motorhead's last album, listen to the track In the End. You know, I think that was Lemmy's goodbye to his fans. You know, I'm a big fan of Motorhead. You know, Lemmy was also the biggest badass motherfucking rock star of all, you know. If you haven't heard it, he made a release of David Bowie's Heroes. He covered it, and it sounds fantastic. You know, it's got that Motorhead sound to it that fans know and love, you know? Music, you know, music has a way of getting into somebody and just being like, well, this is what I listen to, you know. I think everybody's music taste is a little different. I mean, I listen to everything from rap to blues to Johnny Cash and the Zac Brown Band, which is as far as country as I'll ever go. You know, you guys heard Hobson on my previous video. Incredibly talented, you know. And I think it's sad that, you know, the state of rock and roll is, I wouldn't say failing, but it's definitely not what it used to be. I mean, there are some original cats out there like Ghost, Slipknot, Stone Sour, Hailstorm, Pretty Reckless. That's another thing that I really liked about rock and roll, is that within the last couple of years there's been a resurgence of mainstream female artists. You know, and damn right. I mean, that's awesome, you know. Hailstorm is fantastic. In this moment, I'm recently getting into them. They're really good. Then you have bands now that are retiring. You know, Motley Crue retired. 6am is probably going to retire. Him retired. Him is my favorite band of all time. You know, Aerosmith is probably going to be done touring by 2020. The band that started metal, Black Sabbath, retired. Although I think for them it was time. Maybe I'll make a video explaining why I think that. You know, but there have also been a lot of bands that have been getting back together. Almost the original lineup of Guns N' Roses got back together. Steven Adler and Izzy, you know, the only two ones who opted out of it. The Distillers, fantastic punk band, are getting back together. Found that out today, and I was so fucking happy. I would love to see other bands, you know, get back together. Fucking Pantera. I mean, I think they need to do it before it's too late. You know, Philip Anselmo don't sound like he used to. Hell, the man don't even look like he used to. You know. I think the state of rock definitely needs a different pace, you know. I think for the past 2-3 years, Corey Taylor has been carrying it on his back. I mean, yeah, you could make a case for Chester Bennington, too. You know, rest in peace. I was never... Well, I can't say never. I mean, I wasn't that big a fan of Linkin Park, but I did know that Chester had an amazing voice. Then you have passings of Chris Cornell, who I grew up with, you know. Black Hole Sun, fucking Spoon Man, 4th of July. You know, Super Unknown is probably one of the greatest albums of the 90s. And it's sad, you know. When he passed away, I started feeling bad for, like, you know, everybody else who was left from that era. Dave Grohl, Eddie Vedder. Man, I feel bad for Eddie Vedder. you know, he's seen everybody pass. He saw, you know, the lead singer of Mother Love Bone passing. Jesus. What are you doing?
Taking my trash out. You gotta get in the trash can.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, shit.
That's ice.
Are you fucking kidding?
I shit you, I am dead ass, my dude. Ugh. That was my twin. But you know, like I was saying, you know, you grow up with certain music people and then you start seeing them pass away. It's like, wow, that's my fucking childhood right there. And it sucks. I love music. I've loved music since since I came back to the States in 2006. You know? But, you know, that's it for tonight. I'm going to try and keep these at least 12 minutes long. Y'all have a good night. Much love.